Welcome back to Blueprints, everyone. Day 40. Wow, we are not good at this. It's taking us some serious time to solve these. What was on the agenda today? Treasure map. So we need code check. Last time we got the treasure map, but we couldn't actually solve it because bad luck got in our way. So we managed to check the treasure map in the code check, but we're going to have to retrieve that in order to solve it, hopefully this time. I also want to go to the office, and then also, if possible, I want to go back to the empty chamber and get the basement key again. Okay. So this has got to be in here. Wait, how else could there... How could you ever narrow it down if it's not in here? The empty boxes are both false. Oh, I see. Yeah, because it's the empty boxes. I'm dumb. I was not thinking that through. Well, there we go. We already lost 3 gems. That's a great start. Maybe I should just call it right now, honestly. That might be a strategy. You know what? Let's do it. Why waste 30 minutes of my time whenever I fail the parlor challenge? Pitiful Bungalow. Yep, that's me. Pitiful Bungalow. You know, day 40, we took a day off. Okay, we're back again. After failing the parlor game, I stood on the edge of the cliff back there and contemplated whether or not to end it all. I decided that what awaited me in this house was worse torture than I could ever give myself. And so, here I am again. Okay, parlor game, code check. Perfect. Let's check it out. Retrieve item, treasure map. Is it the same thing? Yep, same spot. Okay, cool. Yep. Wahoo. We will do a nook because I always need keys in this game. And there's never a day where I don't need keys, which means garage should be a priority to draft. We will do parlor for 3 gems, and we cannot fail this. If we fail this, the run is dead. So let's really think about it. The white box is true and does not contain gems. A box that displays the word gems is empty. A box that displays the word true is false. Let's think about this. If this is true, and that means this is true, and that means this is false. Which means a box that displays the word true is true. So that checks out with that. And that means that there's no gems in here. No gems in here, which means there are gems in here. I think that checks out. I can't look. Is the run over? The run's over. God fucking damn it. How is that not logically sound? Okay, if this is true, and this is true, and this is false. A box that displays the word true is false. If that is false, this is the one that displays the word true. So if that's false, this must be true. If this is true, this must be true. If these two are true, the white box does not contain gems. And a box that displays the word gems is empty. So this would the word that displays the word gems, so that's empty. There's no logical fallacy there. I refuse to believe there is. I think that's a case of there are 2 correct options, and I just got unlucky with which one I chose. That's the hill I will die on. Okay, no reason for me not to just choose storeroom here, I don't think. I could just end it again, honestly, but I think I'll pass. Corridor? Observatory is what we have to do here if we want to actually be able to continue to play this game. Let's do it. I don't even know what it is. Apples, 1.gem, 3 steps. Sure. We'll do the God-forsaken chapel. What we really need is a shovel. While we're back here, should we go to the outer room? I think we should. So one of the achievements for this game I saw was to reach room 46 in 1 day. And I cannot imagine how that's possible. Let's do trading post. Do I have anything important? No. Okay, so what that implies to me is that this treasure map is a load of dog shit. And I've been wasting my time pursuing it. If it's worth a set of car keys. That's my impression. Maybe I'm going to be wrong. Either way, we have a potential way to get a shovel now. I so badly wish I'd kept the basement key. Here's the book I rented. Let's read it. Realm and Rune. Introduction. When the scholars of the First Era found any hidden things, either of a natural source or resulting from the creations of man, they were accustomed to record these in various signs with the aid of figures. They did this in order that the sigils of their realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written texts and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and other older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the why am I stuttering on this? Iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements. Each symbol is composed of 4 things: the core, the dividing lines or rays, the moats, and the border. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't know the place we are describing. Okay, let me write this down. Okay, so several example cores taken from well-known sigils. We will draw all of these in my little notebook and come back when I do that. Okay, next one. The rays. Spouting forth from the core will come several dividing lines, splitting the sigil into pieces. From one sigil to another, the rays will often differ in number, style, and form. Studying the differences in these lines will immediately reveal several things about the realm. Transportation, number of rays. Counting the number of dividing lines in a sign will reveal what method of transportation was prevalent in a realm. Are they a seaside kingdom that relied on ships, or a desert domain that might have employed camels to cross the sandy expanse of their lands? Okay, so we will write that down. Okay, so we have ones with naval capabilities, ones with roads and streets and carriages, horseback, trains, aviation, dirigibles. So I guess that ties into the game. Balloons, camels, and then the most interesting one to me, turtleback travel. What the hell is that? Okay, weather. The style of ray. Identifying the style of the ray used in the sigil shows whether the kingdom considered native. Some are intuitive, like jagged lightning-shaped lines to indicate stormy lands. Straight black line. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna write these down, but first I'll read them. Straight black lines indicate a lack of unusual or harsh weather and normal temperatures. Foggy or misty weather is indicated when the ray has several horizontal slashes. Then there's heat, rainy realms, stormy realms, snowy realms, and windy realms. Okay, I'm going to draw these down now. Okay, I've written all those down. Now, moats. On each sigil floating between the rays are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell if the type of society a given realm proclaimed, if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Okay. Let's write these down, too. Okay, yeah, so there's tribal, agricultural, martial, metropolitan, academic, industrial, spiritual, and poetic. Then we have the border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific. Okay. Yeah, so I've written all these down now. And putting it all together. By studying the core rays, motes, and border of sigils, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. I can't. This is Fen Aries, whose weather is foggy, and whose considers itself a martial uh, society, which makes sense with what we know. And of course, their banner is red. Yep, and it says that all right there. Oh, I forgot about the transportation, road and carriage. Yeah. Cool. I feel like that's going to be very useful at some point, and I don't know when that will be. Okay, is this a bookstore run? It could be. This is kind of the direction I want this to go. We could also do a boiler room run. What would be better here? We could try laundry room, or we could try garage. Or, I mean, we know what garage does, but we could do it. Let's do boiler room. Sure. This is obviously going to power off, so I don't want to go there yet. Before we do anything, let's do this. And let's direct power all 3 ways. There should be all steam going all 3 directions now. And then we can direct this back there. Great. Let's go this direction. Sure, workshop, why not? I wonder, is the power coming through here? I don't know, but what I do know is I have another letter. A. And a sledgehammer. Is today the day where we found trunks? Okay, no. Can't do anything if I only have 1 item. Hallway. Sure. Guest bedroom. Or not guest bedroom, normal bedroom. Sleep mask. Nice. What do we want here? We want to not unlock that right now. Is what we want more than anything. What we want is to go this way now. Through the dark room. You have power running through here. You should be fine. I like how you have the blue glow whenever this room is lit up by the boiler room, but it's still dark. That's cool. This will be a garage, I have a feeling, which would screw me. Let's hope for West Wing Hall. Yep, that's exactly what we got. I'll take it. Pantry is an option. Drawing room is an option. I like drawing room. I need more gems, though. Here is a way to get keys, I suppose. This is also where I could dig. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I'm not even close to where I dig. Okay, let's knock this out real quick. 11. 6, 9. Minus 2 is 7. Times 2 is 14. Okay. We have 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Minus 20 is 44 divided by 11 is 4. 3 times, or 3? Yeah, okay, so we do 3 times 2 is 6, plus 10 is 16. Okay, anything over here? No. I would really like some more gems, is what I would like to see. Okay, let's hold off on that. I don't like this that much, if I'm being truthful. We'll do the pantry, because that will let us get over to the room where we dig, at the very least. We'll use a key here. Conference room. Yes. We want to go drawing room to draft this. I almost made a big mistake. We can reroll if we want to. Laboratory. Yes, that's exactly what we want. We want laboratory. Is power being provided from boiler room? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think it is. What happens if I do this? Nothing. Okay, that's unfortunate. So we got unlucky with boiler room position. And we're going to have to wait until another round to happen to get them directly adjacent, I think. When we spend 2 more gems, drafting a room, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. No, whenever you draft a red room, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. This run's not going anywhere, so I'm not afraid of losing steps from that. That's basically what it comes down to. Why did I go this way? I didn't want to go that way. I wanted to go this way. Yeah, I know, I'm pulling up the treasure map right now. Perfect. It would be perfect. We could try closet, but I've never seen a shovel in here, I don't think. Okay, let's go back to the bedroom, because where else can I go? Nowhere. That's where else I can go. Yeah, it's rather inconvenient that you need the specific layout of rooms that provide power to one another. That is kind of annoying, and I had no way to know because it's the dark room, so I couldn't draft something. There goes one of the coins I needed to if I was going to buy a shovel. Okay, let's at the very least try to draft a red room. I didn't even need to go this way. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm messing everything up. Okay, this run is forfeit, but that's fine. We got information still this run. Where to use this information, God only knows. But we got information. Yeah, bedroom. We'll use a key here. We will do gymnasium, and that will increase our thing by 5. Or not our thing by 5. It'll decrease our steps by 5, but it'll increase our, what do you call it? Fuck. Allowance by 1. Utility closet. Is there a reason for me to do security here? I could increase the security level, make it more likely to get... But I can't even get it. What am I talking about? Let's just turn the gymnasium lights off. And the garage power on, and the dark room on. Leave the key card on. Okay. This way. East Wing Hall? Sure. What else can I do? Dining room. We can do dining room. Let's do that. This is probably gonna be, oh yeah, we can go foundation, and then probably gonna be locked, that's fine. Oh wait, I need to keep track of steps to get back to code check. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh. I mean, right, if we were to go right now, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that doesn't take anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, then let's go this way. And use a key here. Okay, guest bedroom. That's what we'll do. We'll do the guest bedroom. That'll give us more steps to work with. And do nothing else. Let's see if we can draft another red room or two. My last key. Spare room, I suppose. Nope. Alright, let's head back. Let's recheck the treasure map another time. So one thing, my biggest gripe with this game is it is impossible to get things to line up to work for you in less than like 5 hours. Okay, we got more stuff to be able to continue going. Maybe. There's a chest in here too, right? There's a chest somewhere else. Maybe I'm thinking of a different run. I think I'm thinking of a different run, because there was one in a bedroom in a different run. We're not making it anywhere new. Maybe not. We can draft a red room. If we could draft a red room, that would actually still be huge. Yeah, we could get the archives or the weight room here. Nope. Gallery. What the hell is the gallery? Oh, I'm not going to be able to explore it. I'm not going to be able to explore it. That's devastating. Oh, that sucks, man. It's a new room, too. There's a puzzle in here and everything. This game keeps doing things like this to me. I feel dejected. Oh, I have 10 goals in this game, and not a single one of them has proven achievable for me. My 10 goals are draft an office. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? That's one of my goals. Goal number 2, power to laboratory. Goal number 3, power to laundry room. Goal number 4, power to furnace. Goal number 5, get back to the antechamber and get the basement key. Goal number 6, treasure map completion. I think that's literally it. Not a single one of those has been even close to possible. Oh, goal number 8, more letters from laboratory and mailroom. Those are my only goals, and I cannot achieve any of them. Time and time again. It gets a little bit exhausting, but I am nothing if not persistent. 20 divided by 2 is 10 divided by... I guess it doesn't matter what order it is. Divided by 5 is 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, we have 7, 10, 20, 10, minus 7 is 3. Divided by 3 is 1. What? Okay, I did something wrong. What was this one? This one was 1. Okay. 10 plus 10 is... Oh, I forgot to do square. It's 20. 20 minus 7 is 13. Alright, sorry. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Minus 7 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay. Office today, please, Queen. Let's just do courtyard here. I know it spends our gem, but I like being able to access all the rooms. It's very beneficial, I think. I've learned. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I don't see a reason why I shouldn't access all the rooms. Use the parlor, or don't use the parlor or pantry there for obvious reasons. We want to be able to save those for when we can actually have maneuverability with them. We will do the storeroom so we can get our gem count back up to above 0. Then we will go this way. We'll do the nook. Then we will do the drawing room, or will we do hallway? We'll do hallway. We'll save us a gem for now, which will be helpful. Pantry is what we will do. And we won't go that way yet. Then we will draft the library. And we'll see if today is the day where we draft a bookstore next to it. No. Mechanarium would just be a dead end. Aquarium is what we're going to have to do. I don't want to use my redraw. Oh, broken handle. Can we get to the greenhouse today? We will find out. But first I'm going to go back the way I came. I need gems desperately. And I think the best way to do that is to try and get a parlor room down here. Also, I forgot to grab my allowance. Be helpful. Spare room, sure. This would be the perfect place to draft a... Wait. Oh, there's stuff in here. This would be the perfect place to draft a parlor. Or bedroom, I guess. Works too. Okay, we will do West Wing Hall is what we will do. Even though we do need parlor, I want to keep my options open. Parlor will come, I have a feeling. Is there anything other than any of these? I hate to use my redraw on this, but like these are good ones to grab later. Okay, yeah, we'll do parlor, I believe. Even though this is a more ideal spot for utility closet, we're gonna do parlor. We want gems desperately. And we cannot afford to fuck this up. If we fuck this up, we're screwing ourselves. This box and the blue box are both false. This statement is of no help at all. The gems are in the black box. Well, the gems have to be in the black box, right? Because otherwise there'd be no way to narrow it down. There's nothing that could indicate they're in either of these boxes. So they have to be in here. Okay. There's something in here to grab. And I'm not sure where. Oh, right there. Okay, we're doing good now. Doing good for ourselves. We will do corridor here. Then we will do security here. And we will turn it down to low. Okay. There we go. We will do the... we don't really need commissary, technically. It does make us go all the way back around, though, and use a lot of steps. Would it be better to save the gem and get the 10 extra steps? Because that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it'd be like spending a step or two for gems, which I think is good. Especially if we get something from here, like the car keys, which are kind of irrelevant. But they could very quickly become relevant if... Where's that coming from? I know I wasted a step there. Worth it for the key, though. What I was trying to say was they could become relevant if we are getting a trading post outside. Which is where I plan to go next. Because I have to go back through the entrance hall anyway. I do desperately need... something on my side here. Shelter wouldn't be bad if I could take it. Tool shed would be better, maybe. Trading post would also be fine. Tomb, that's right. Remember, we were going to check this out? Let's do the tomb, and I'm going to test my theory down here. And we'll see if it works. If this works, let me put the stakes in. First and foremost, I don't think this is going to work because I think that you have to use the red candles down there to unlock the door. But if this works, what does it mean? It means we don't have to care about getting back to the antechamber anymore, I'm pretty sure. As for right now, yes. So let's do this. Chapel. First one is the farmer, or Rena, which is this lady here. Okay, so let's do that. Then number 2 is the chef. Here. Then number 3 is the hay person I wrote down. So let's see if we can find the hay person. Right here. 4 is the duster. I'm getting the feeling that we're just doing... They're already in order, which is not boding well for my theory. 5 is the sweeper, yeah, which is a clockwise pattern. 6 is the stable hand. And 7 is the queen. It did work. It worked. Okay, this is huge. We're so back. I did not think that was going to do anything. I'm going to be so honest. There was zero part of me that thought that was going to do anything. This is exactly where we need to go. I saw this too at one point. I don't remember when. We don't need this because we already know the underground map. So I guess that's just if you don't know. What did that do? It opened something. Let's take a look around before we hurry down. We're in the catacombs now, it seems. Wow, okay. Let's continue. Okay, we're on the other side of this now, which is precisely where we kind of want to be. This should let us do some things with the rotating device. Maybe not. Maybe what we need to do is we need to go up, go down through the antechamber, rotate it, come back out, come back down through here. Or through the fountain. We really should unlock the fountain is what we should do, it seems to me. We can pull this, though. Oh, wait, that's huge. Because then we can... That solves our problem right there. Sure, we still can't come from that side to this side, but we couldn't do that anyway. And now we have the little passageway through. We can just push this back if we ever need to from this side. So yeah, we're facing no issues. Now, the torch chamber's on the right, and the torch chamber, my theory was, is the place where we can light up torches. But it seems like instead of being the place where we can figure out how to light torches, it's the place where we have to light torches, which is unfortunate. We have an upgrade disc, and we have a sigil here. What does this mean? This means, let's use our little sigil decoding book here. Orinda Ares, Train, and Foggy, and Metropolitan, and I can't really see the border here. It looks black, does it not, though? Maybe the border just isn't filled in. Yeah, I don't see anything on the border. Okay, we need to figure out how to light these things up. I still am not sure how. My theory now is that if we turn on all the 4 gas lines over there, we'll have a way to light torches. But I still don't know where the final one is, so that is a problem that needs to be solved. Where have I found them? I found one in the orchard. I found one in the hovel. I found one in the schoolhouse. And I don't know where the last one is. But they've all been outside the house, all the gas lines. We're now on this side. The reservoir is too high for us to be able to get to that boat. I'm not sure what getting on that boat would do for us anyway. And then what is this direction? Let me look at my map. What this direction is the exit to the fountain, I think. Yes, this is the fountain entrance. Can I open the door from the backside? No. Unfortunate. Okay. What this has told me is that now I need to get back to the foundation. I can do things there. Maybe I can even open the north lever now. It'd be pretty impressive. I still would be a long way away from actually beating the game, I think, because this game is very much about having things line up in the right way. And so I think even if I got the north lever triggered, I'd still be multiple rounds away from... I'd have to do it on a round and then also get one of the other doors. It's going to be difficult. It's going to take a lot of luck is what it's going to take. But if I get this fountain entrance opened, that's the first step, I think. Okay, what were we doing? We were going to go up. Let's go back this way. We never went pantry. Okay. We have 7 keys? What the hell? How do we get 7 keys? Let's do dining room. We have so many keys. I really want to get one of the what do you call it rooms? The Grand Hall rooms. Okay, let's grab the treasure map from the code check. And then let's grab shovel, if possible, from somewhere. Okay, I don't really like that, if I'm being honest. I'd rather just do chapel. Not my favorite choice, but honestly, since there's coins here this time, it's kind of worth it in the long run anyway. Gymnasium is the obvious choice here for me. Okay, yeah, I don't have that. Okay, commissary, that's what I want. Where is... Oh, there's a key right here. There's no shovel in here. Wow. There is no shovel in here today. Well, that's a big fuck you. Also, I now no longer have enough gem... Oh, wait, I can buy it. No, I can't because I... Oh, I drafted it before. The series of events that just happened to me is just like a massive fisting. Okay. Showroom is a room I've been wanting to explore, but I guess we're gonna not do that. We're gonna do bunk room. 2 chests, huh? Let's do it. Have we already drafted the library? We have. Damn. Let's use both keys. I think this run's already dead anyway. Let's hope we can find a freezer. That would be really cool. That's my goal now, freezer. When we're back through the chapel, we will go all the way back to aquarium. Okay, yeah, pantry, hallway, library. Yeah. We're so rich, man. We could do utility closet, and then that would open up the gymnasium door, but then we'd still be stuck. So we kind of have no choice but to do drafting studio here, but we can't do that because we don't have the gems, so we have no choice but to redraw the floor plan. Yeah, let's do freezer. Let's do it. I definitely can thaw this place out. How? I'm not sure. The laboratory stuff was being done in here. So that seems to indicate to me if I do the laboratory lever puzzle, it will thaw the freezer. Also, they restocked this with fish after I killed all the other ones. Nice. Okay, let's put the thing back in the coat check. Where is the coat check? I'm scanning the entire place and I can't find coat check. Am I blind? Oh, it's literally one room to the right of me. Okay. Let's recheck the map. Or we could say screw the treasure map. I say screw the treasure map. Check the broken lever. That's actually a very good move, I think, on my part. And then let's go back to security and use the upgrade disc instead of forgetting this time. I think that's advisable. Yeah, we'll do pantry, hallway, nook, den. And then billiard room, entrance hall, yeah. What will we be able to upgrade today? I hope something that we use often. Like the den would be a good one. Oh, I ran out of steps. Oh no. I wasn't even paying attention to that. This is what I mean. I get this game is just a big fuck you like 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time it's like, wow, you're the smartest person alive. And then it goes back to being fuck you. Okay. Prosaic Inn. Let us continue. We saved the broken lever though. That is nice that we've done that. So this round we will try to prioritize getting a workshop and an office. Office for the safe and the other thing, where am I blanking? The messages. Parlor, good start. Let's not fail it. Okay, first check is if there's only one thing that can be right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's multiple options. The letter B appears twice on the box that contains the gems. Okay, let's think about options. Option one. This is just true. The blue box contains the gems, which would make this false, which means that this is true. That checks out from a logical perspective. This can be true, and this can be false, right? The blue box contains the gems. Let's say it's true. All statements that contain more than one B are true. That would be true because if this is true. And then the letter B appears twice in the box that contains the gems. That would be false, unless you're counting this B, but I don't think the blue one counts. So blue box checks out 100%. I cannot think of any logic fallacy there. But before we do this, let's think about it from the alternative perspective. That this is false. Which means that this is false. All statements that contain more than one B are true. If this is false, that would be false, which would make this true. The letter B appears twice in the box that contains the gems, which would mean it would be in here, and that is also equally possible. So, logically, I don't think there's a way to narrow it down. I think it's literally a 50-50, right? Unless this counts as something that contains two B's. If this has to, let's just go under the assumption, and this has to be false. Let's say that this has to be false, which means that this is false. Wait. No, this can't count as a B. So yeah, it's 50-50. Let's just pick blue box. No, black box. Okay, sure. Pretty sure that was 50-50, but maybe not. Okay, we'll do den here. Then we should be able to just maybe grab storeroom or something. Guest bedroom, sure. Okay, laboratory. Let's do the laboratory. I don't want to lose coins because I'm above the 40 threshold right now. Or the one of the books. Okay, let's do a experiment. Experiment setup. Yes, letter will be delivered to the mail room. We'll say for each bedroom after you draft your second. Okay, cool. So we want to prioritize bedrooms this game. We'll get letters every time that happens. And those letters will probably be helpful. Okay, we will do corridor. Okay, office. That's exactly what we wanted. We've been waiting for this one. Where is the safe in this room is my question. Because I know there's a safe in this room. You can't hide it from me. The safe in the office has been mentioned. And before, I kind of let that fly under the radar, but not this time. Okay, let's log into this. Run payroll. Sure, run payroll now. Spread gold in estate. Spread gold now. Log into network. We know the password now because we figured it out somehow. We miraculously determined that it was not, in fact, Shiba Inu. Okay, electronic mail. This is important. This will help us with the utility closet thing, I think. From Ann Babbage next week. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up till the last minute. As soon as you decide on definitive plans for the holidays, please pass the message on to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Okay, fuse box repair. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, that is the correct functionality. Also, when you're out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Okay. Off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Beautiful. Thanks for the due diligence in this project. MC. Estate changes. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. McGuire, McKinley, and McDougall. Okay, so they're lawyers. Okay, another fuse box repair thing. Oh, this was earlier. The vac indicator lights installed. Per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we'll fix it in a regular service. Okay. Yeah, we already knew that. Okay, log out. I think that's it. Actually, let's go back here. Just make sure. Data transfers. Okay, we need to find the safe in here. Oh, there it is. We found the safe. Okay, there is a date that this thing takes. First, I'm going to try my... We already know that this is not the code, right? Yeah, okay, let's try 1104. Because I think that's the day that I came here. I'll try it again in case I mistyped. Okay, where... Is there any information in this room that could be relevant? I mean, all of these have dates, so we'll try all of the dates on here. Is there anything else we can interact with here? Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Light of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's handwriting, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be hearings or herrings, but knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Interesting. So, These are referring to different rooms or things around the manor, I think. Okay, herrings of the major. We know that there's a certain number of red herrings in the aquarium. One or two red herrings is what it said. We can go in and check if we draft the aquarium. Okay, Flight of the Queen. What that makes me think of is the Queen of Diamonds artwork and the plane. I don't know if they're ever been in the same room together. In fact, I'm pretty sure they haven't, but we can check. No. The Queen of Diamonds has been in 2 rooms, I think. And one of them is with a car, and the other is in the entry room with the Ace of Spades. What else is there? Flight of the Queen. March of the Count. And it's not in red. Fall of the Lord. Passing of the Barons. And Herrings of the Major. Why are certain ones red? Who knows? Flight of the Queen, Flight of the Queen, Fall of the Lord. Okay, so Herrings makes me think of the aquarium. Major makes me think of the music room. Barons makes me think of the tomb. There's lots of barons buried there. They've passed. Passing of the barons. The Fall of the Lord. I mean, that's referring to his death, right? Flight of the Queen. These all could... The first 3... Flight of the Queen, Fall of the Lord, and Passing the Barons could all refer to places in the tomb. The Flight of the Queen could refer to the Orinda statue. She has wings, and she's wearing a crown. Fall of the Lord could refer to his tomb. The Passing of the Barons could refer to other people's tombs. Herrings of the Major, I'm not sure about. Of course, there's also March and Fall, which could be giving dates. March of the... Maybe I should be looking at that one. March of the Count. Okay, let's circle March of the Count, and we'll put down... what's March? It's 03 dash something. So that could be a date. This is the March ones. Let me... I know this is not the intended way to do this. I'm just going to try this. Okay. We opened it. I think what we were supposed to do, if I had to guess, is count March of the Count. We were supposed to have to count somehow and get 3 as a result. Maybe we had to count the herrings, but I don't know what the other things have to do with that. All I know is that March is important. Okay, this is number 8. Wasn't there supposed to be one we're not ever supposed to read? Let's read this. March 3rd. Dear Mr. Sinclair, thank you for promptly answering all our demands not involving the police and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. While I'm guessing you had hoped to never hear from us again once we had given you back the envelopes, you felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hopefully you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. You are already more than generous and accommodating. The least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. Why write to you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word of principles, after reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of those points, and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe, you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew. Okay. So they were threatening me? I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngsters, meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that Our word choices might be questionable enough that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading. We hope you believe us when we tell you that this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want on the record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to, and you thought this letter couldn't get any more incriminating for us. Okay. So they're saying they're down with the political, opposition. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience for every anonymous act. I wouldn't be thinking about it favorably. I can tell you that. If they threaten my nephew and then later like, yeah, we didn't really mean it. Yeah. No. I would not be favorable. Okay, do we want to draft one of these things? Let's draft drawing room. And I'm going to try to go for the library here, I think. Okay, we can redraw once if we want. Do I want? I'll do security. I don't want to redraw. Let us do our usual. Okay, so we've cleared the office now, and we just need the utility closet. So we're going to set this to low for now, but we're hopefully going to come back and be setting this to high, because it would mean that we found the utility closet. Okay, this way. Nook, sure. What's not to like about the Nook in this situation, other than that it blocks us off from conveniently getting back? Okay, we can do conservatory. I don't dislike that. I like this room quite a bit. Okay, wine cellar I want to make more common. We'll make it standard. Parlor, keep that commonplace. Great Hall, make it standard. I want to see it more often because I want to do things with it. Great. Hall. Okay, now let's go. Dining room. Dining room. Chapel. You know what? Is there a better place to do the chapel than this? It's going to be out of the way, right? It's not going to be an issue for us going forward. We can even, if we really want to, go back to the entrance hall before we go through it. If we want to go outside. Oh, we'd have to go all the way around. You know what? I think I'm going to hold out on a garage. Is what I'm going to do. We will do a patio. Yeah, we'll do a patio. Then we'll go back and get the gem from here. Oh, there's also an apple we didn't eat. Let's eat that. Okay. Lose another coin. That's fine. Ideally, we could get up to 50, but, you know, that probably won't happen. Coat check is the broken lever. Kitchen is facing... Okay. Do we just get boned? We might have just got boned. And that means we've lost all the coins, too. Well... Is there anything we could do? We could not come up through the foundation, because right now, the keycard system is in effect. We could not go anywhere else. We couldn't come up into the tomb. Yeah, I think it's over for us. I think we lost all 44 coins. We will buy the kitchen just cause. Leave a little mess or mismanage. Okay, let's leave. Unfortunate. Let's call it a day. And I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I made progress today. I made it down into the tomb. I figured out the office save, which means that I only have a few letters left. I still have not made it back to the antechamber, but I did get that broken lever in the code check. I don't know if that was this episode or last episode, but I did do that. So I'm feeling good. And I'm feeling like pretty soon we're going to start to make some big progress. But we also still need to get a little bit lucky with what we're drafting. There's some rooms that I still haven't even drafted ever, which is fine. But it means that there's more to explore, right? The showroom, for instance, the trophy room, the vault. Vault is a big one. There's a safety deposit box key too. I don't know if that's in the vault room that we can use that or not. What else have we not drafted? We have not drafted the sauna. So yeah, we have options. But that's going to do it for today. So thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been Fractal, and I'll see you later. Bye.